This morning, U.S. markets opened with notable volatility and cautious sentiment, following the weekend's dramatic escalation in the Middle East, where U.S. airstrikes targeted Iranian nuclear facilities. However, after initial sharp declines, U.S. stock futures rebounded and even turned positive. Stock futures. Dow Jones futures initially down by 350 points at the start of futures trading, but later recovered and were up by about 20 points as the market opened. S&P 500 futures briefly dipped but traded above the flat line by market open. Nasdaq futures up close to 50 points, reflecting resilience in technology stocks. Oil and commodities. Crude oil, Brent crude, briefly tested $81 per barrel but failed to sustain those levels, retreating as the market digested the news. Gold. Prices did not see significant gains despite the escalation, suggesting limited safe haven demand in the immediate aftermath. Market drivers. Geopolitical tensions, the U.S. attack on Iranian nuclear sites, and Iran's threat to close the Strait of Hormuz were the main focus, but market reaction was more muted than initially feared. No further U.S. operations announced. Trump administration officials indicated no further military actions are planned unless Iran retaliates, helping to stabilize sentiment. European markets. Key indices mostly lower, with the FTSE 100, DAX, and CAC 40 all down between 0.75% and 0.87% at the time of the U.S. Open. Other assets. Bitcoin rose over 2% in early trading as some risk appetite returned. U.S. dollar strengthened slightly amid global uncertainty, supported by a weaker yen. Summary. Despite the initial shock from the U.S. attack on Iran, U.S. stock futures recovered and turned positive by the market open, with oil prices retreating after an early spike and gold remaining stable. European markets were down, but U.S. equities showed resilience as investors digested the news and awaited further development.